You ready?
Yeah. What bump is this? Yes.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Chouteau County Library Board of Trustees March meeting. I call this meeting to order at noon. Are there any changes or additions to the agenda? Okay, we'll move into public comment. This is for items that are on the agenda. Please step up to the microphone and state your full name. Keep all comments to 3 minutes. Please remember this is items that are on our agenda.
I would like to speak. Not world. So I'd like to talk about the MLA convention in Great Falls. So,
Go ahead.
okay. So I worked on the job descriptions before I left. And I want to ask about the intent of regarding professional growth when the director does not support the librarians taking convention classes that they feel would advance their development skills. Do you want to foster a skilled and empowered staff? The board has already approved the budget for the convention and the classes, or did the board impose a budget constraint? In a trustee over 10 years, I've always encouraged attending the conventions. Why should they not be allowed to take the classes they are interested in to support their librarians? Is it a threat for them to advance their collection development skills or their professional skills or their knowledge? I strongly believe there should be a balance between supporting the director's management decisions and ensuring the library's policies effectively foster a skilled and empowered staff. And I did not speak to any particular library or any staff.
Thank you, Janet. Are there any other public comments on items on the agenda? Okay, seeing as there is none, there weren't any online, we should have checked. We'll move into our consent agenda. Are there any corrections or additions that need to be made to our consent agenda, please?
I emailed Emily a question about one of the expenses.
Okay.
Okay. Is there a new rental item for Big Sandy under 530 rent? There's a $400 charge. It says Great American Financial Services monthly lease. It's Big Sandy Branch Library.
It's a copy machine.
Why is it $400 this month? Or which month is this? February.
It's expensive. I think that. I'd have to check. Well, we can ask Darlene. I think it's every month.
I might ask
No, it's
Emily.
$187 per month for the
But you know why it's 400?
There were over 3,000 additional copies made on the machine.
Okay.
What do you mean additional?
So under the contract, there's a certain amount of copies that can be made as part of the contract, black and white and color. And so February bill would have been for January, midway through December to midway through January. And there were over 3,000 additional beyond that base level. That is covered by the contract. So,
What did you say that the monthly cost is? 187?
yes, that's usually what it is. Yep.
How many?
How many copies then is that a lot for?
Seems a lot. Is that what you meant? No, when you said the machine's expensive.
Well, I thought it was more. Well, it is expensive. $100. Is that expensive?
187, not really, not for the amount of.
Okay.
Copies that you can get.
Was there any copy money turned in?
Not for that time period, but for the next time period.
Because 3,000 black and white copies. Were they
So
all-
there were, actually 4,700 copies made for that time period.
all black and white, or because it's what, 25 cents for a black and white copy, 50 cents for a color copy?
So the contract through Fisher allows for 1,000 color copies that are covered and 1,000 black and white copies that are covered.
Or the
But
addition,
this isn't happening frequently, right? There was just this one.
To this extent, just this one.
Right.
But it's been over.
I
a number of
see that
times.
we're in our
Mhm.
available appropriation still.
Yeah,
And as long as we,
but that's, I think, under also. Okay. I'm not sure if there's that much money available
Okay.
left in their line item at this point.
how did they, was there copy money for the copies the next month?
I think I've gotten $97 the next time.
oh, they have in March.
Versus it's a 3,000. All over 4,700. If they're all black and white, it'd still be like $1,000. And you turn the copy money into the county, or we retain it?
No, it goes into the county.
How many of the copies were they all black and white, or were they color?
I didn't hear the answer.
Oh, I.
She's looking.
Oh.
Sorry.
I should have asked this by email
Yeah,
earlier. I sorry, I have to follow up.
And we might need to follow up later. I mean, there's nothing we can do about this line right now.
Right now.
So if I, just something we have eyes on
Okay.
and make sure that we stay under that.
Okay,
I don't know that there's anything we can do today. And so maybe that can be something, Emily, you could answer for Kim and all of us to
Okay.
move forward
Sounds good.
instead of trying to figure that out
Well,
right now.
so I have another question.
Yes.
So underwater, 342, on the first page, we have two charges for the town of Valley.
So that, it depends on when they, like, how the claim process works. So some months there won't be a charge and then some months there's two. And then, so Cheryl Scott was done at the end of December and the new person took over in January. And so there was kind of a hiccup on the claims getting paid.
So
Which
it's
isn't
really
on my
just,
end,
it's
that's
just, yeah, monthly, they're monthly charges.
right
This one happened to both get paid in
within the
February.
same.
So January, there was none.
Correct.
Okay, okay.
Any other questions?
So is that what happens with the electric too?
Sometimes, yeah,
Cause I see nothing for Big Sandy.
right,
Okay,
yeah.
okay. So I don't want to beat a dead horse, but so Northwestern Energy is doing both electric and gas, right?
Yes.
But see, I don't have a Northwestern Energy bill, so do they come and they divvy it out separately? Okay. Okay.
Any other questions, ladies? And no other corrections or additions? I would entertain a motion then for accepting the consent agenda for the month of February.
I'll make a motion to accept the consent agenda for the month of February.
May I have a second?
I second it.
Is there any further discussion? And any public comment? All right, it's been moved and seconded to accept the consent agenda for February. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, that passed. We'll move into branch reports. Darlene, I see you're in here. Do you want to start us off?
Sure. During February, the library offered a variety of educational and creative programs, including robotics, Lego Club, Art Hour, Coloring Club, Make and Takes, Homework Help, Storytime, Tech, Health, Sewing, and Spice Club. Robotics and Lego Club supported STEM learning and problem solving for the youth, while Art Club and Coloring Club, Make and Take encourage creativity through hands-on crafts. The sewing sessions allowed participants to work on the projects and build new skills. Tech Help offered one-on-one assistance with devices, online services, with many questions related to Google. February Spice was time, giving new flavors and recipes. We did Valentine theme crafts while incorporating into several programs, including Art Hour, Coloring Club, Make and Takes.
Thank you, Darlene. Moving into Fort Benton.
So in Fort Benton, the themes or displays for February were Valentine's Day, romance, Black History Month, Italy, horses, Lunar New Year, presidents, Winter Olympics, tea parties, and heart health. Our main project was our outreach with Fort Benton Elementary with our annual teddy bear tea parties. The pre-K class, kindergarten, and first grade came over, and then we also had a tea party at story time.
Thank you, Emily. Sammy Jo, are you online today?
She is not.
She's not.
She's
Okay.
not, no. So her and Geraldine themes were Last Chance. That was books that haven't been checked out in a while. Give them a little bit of a boost. President's Day, Valentine's Day, and Black History Month. She started working on her summer reading projects and looked through her list of kids and is projecting she might have between 50 and 60 kids participating this summer. So
It's great.
That is good.
Emily, would you like to go give the rest of the request?
yes. So we were going to have an all-staff meeting in March, and then that happened to be the day of the snow. So we rescheduled for April 30th. Training will include a communication video. That I can send that link out if anyone's interested. Nancy Locke-Appel is going to come over and do a Narcan training as well as TPR and summer lunch discussion, backpack buddies. We are hoping to have a good summer reading discussion about prizes and supplies. We will go over our MLA experiences that we will have, book kit availability, partners, sharing group that is part of our strategic plan. Oops, here we go, just came on. And then cataloging. Okay, as we move forward. And then MLA, I included 2 handouts. I have a financial breakdown that was requested. I had provided it after last year and I had board members that wanted to see it before, so I broke that down. If there's any questions on that page. It's the breakdown of conference registration fees. Reimbursement for travel, no hotels. And food.
Thank you.
And then I've included table schedule of what everyone's done. Expressed interest in going to. Wonderful. So
This is the MLA schedule?
it's not the MLA schedule, it's the MLA of programs that each staff member is gonna go to. There's more offerings than just those,
Oh, okay,
but that was what everyone selected.
okay.
What is the color?
Those are, so MLA breaks it down. Like library services to the public, technology,
Okay,
things like that.
Could you tell us the breakdown? If there was, there were colors.
Green has Red Cross training.
Red is library administration. Green is library services to the public. Blue is collection management and technical services, and purple is technology.
So did the librarians each get to pick what they?
They did each
They
pick.
did.
Yep.
Right.
So, do you have to pre-register for MLA?
You do not have to pre-register for MLA. It's a reduced cost.
Fee? And
Yeah.
so does it cost for us too?
Trustees do, yes.
Okay, and do we pay it ourselves? Okay.
It looks like you've got some staff who signed up for classes for trustees and directors. Is that kind of common for them to cross-train with?
For education.
Is it just suggested when the MLA puts who they're for?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Someone to check us in, check our work.
The meal reimbursement is $40. Is that the whole time?
So the state puts or sets that, or the county Mako. It's $20 for the evening meal, and that's what both Darlene and Sarah requested, was $20 for Thursday night and $20 for Friday night. That's the allotted by the county. I don't set that amount.
Any other questions, ladies? Do you want to move into your capital improvement?
Sure. So last week, Keith Ballantyne and I met with Tamara and Stacy to discuss fundraising, community presentation, those kinds of things. It was kind of a getting to know each other session and moving forward. And so they are working on putting a poster together to present at so we have that ready to present at our open house next month. And I think I already reported that the grant application got turned in.
Yeah.
So we were talking about that. And then bathroom flooring, Tom was supposed to stop by early this week. He did not. So that is we're still reaching out to him pretty much every week. And then Highwood survey was sent out, and as of today, I can recheck it right now, but we've had 9 online responses and 2 paper responses turned in so far.
They're coming in.
Yep.
It's great.
I can give a further update.
Yeah, please.
So is that okay now?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
So I went to the school and post office, and I went to the senior center. And all of them agreed to let written surveys be dropped off there. I thought it was a little too soon to go around and pick them up for this meeting, but I'm hoping that I will have a whole bunch more to pick up and bring next month. There's no deadline for answering the survey, but I did urge everybody that I talked to when they got it, get it done. So you don't have to think about it and it doesn't get lost. So
Thank you for adding to that. Okay. Any other questions for Emily? That was the end of your report.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we're moving into announcements and days to remember. MLA conference in Great Falls, that's Wednesday, April 15th through Saturday, the 18th. Emily, you wanna go over the April events in Fort Benton?
Yes, so last year we had an heirloom quilt display that people brought in and it was quite popular. So this year we decided to have an Afghan display. It's National Library Week happens in April, so we decided to go with just Love Your Library in all of April. So the Afghan display is part of that. We're going to have a National Library Week tea open house on Tuesday, April 21st from 10 until 2. I invite all the trustees to try to stop by sometime in that span and anyone else who would like to come. And then along with that, we are having Friends of the Library potluck on Thursday at noon. And that is also open to anyone who would like to come.
Perfect.
And then Sammy Joe let me know that Humanities Montana are planning a visit in April on April 16th at 11. It's kind of a low key, just check in, but she said trustees are welcome. And then she is also going to have an open house. But on Monday, April 20th from 11 to 4.
Perfect. Thank you. Alrighty, moving into unfinished business, we'll start with policy review. We were given these to review before our meeting. So the code of conduct is our first policy and it's up for action item. So I would take a motion to approve the code of conduct as it has been presented to us.
I move, we accept the code of conduct, policy as presented.
Is there a second? Is there any discussion?
Did we discuss this last month? We did.
This wasn't last month, this was 2 months ago that we discussed formally,
That would have been.
January.
That's when your power was out. I bet I missed. Okay,
It has gone through our review committee
okay,
and that's what's being presented to us today.
thank you.
Yeah, any other discussion? Any public comment? Okay. It's been moved and seconded to accept the code of conduct policy as presented. May I, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, that passed. Now we're moving into our rules of behavior policy. This was also given to us prior to the meeting. But it's up for an action item, so may I have a motion to accept the rules of behavior policy as presented?
Make a motion to accept the policy as presented.
Is there a second?
I second it.
Any discussion? Any public comment? Okay, it's been moved and seconded to accept the rules of behavior policy as presented. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? That also passed. And now we're moving into forfeiture of library privileges. This is our first reading. Is there any discussion?
Emily did this.
I did it.
Oh, you did it.
Yep.
Okay, I'm
So-
sorry.
That's okay.
And they sent it to me and I wanted to review my notes on what I had written down as to what we needed to do on the forfeiture of library privileges. And I hesitate to say this, but I couldn't find my notes for a while. I found them. But so I haven't really had a chance to review this and I had suggested that we do this. So this is part of the reason that this is here, but I do think that I'd like to look at it a little bit more to make sure. Because my recollection is that we wanted to not only give anybody who wanted to look up the forfeiture of library privileges policy, but also our librarians who are confronted with bad behavior, some direction. And so I guess if you want to send it to committee, that'd be okay with me.
First, is there any other discussion before we move in that direction?
I'd just like to say we're open to suggestions. I just did a quick rough draft and forwarded it. And throughout the added things, the contact is the director. And my main thought was there is if a library staff member has an unpleasant interaction with a patron,
That's how
that
they should
patron
go
should
to
not
first.
keep
Yeah.
talking to them. So that's the kind of thought process there, but other than that, it's just a rough draft of adding. Cause you can see the original one was basically what happens when you lose your privileges due to checkouts you haven't returned.
Sure.
So this just adds something to reference poor behavior. And I think Lisa and I will have to kind of look up, because the very last things where we talked about appropriate internet use or appropriate computer use. I think everyone kind of knows what we're referring to, but I don't know if that's legally defensible to put that in the policy.
We have.
Because we do have
policy
policies.
But-
outlining that as
So
well,
we may
though.
need to. read
So we may just have to reference that. Okay.
Thank you, Kim, for making this rough draft of it.
Oh, yeah.
If there's no other discussion, I will suggest that this goes back to committee for now. But I appreciate that write-up, Kim.
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty, we're moving into Big Sandy Branch Library, gutter and drainage report.
I talked to Darlene and there's not anything new on
Okay.
that either.
Okay,
So what does that mean? The guy hasn't shown up.
Yeah,
She's contacted.
she's it's kind of like the flooring guy hasn't come back, or kind of at the mercy of when those people get back to us.
She's cut up to two,
Yeah,
actually four, but two of them said they couldn't do it for 2 years or something.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. I just like to keep it on this, so it keeps it to the front of our, same with the flooring.
okay. Sounds great. Then we're going into our goals for us as a board. Emily helped me have a document for you. I'm struggling to get it to her. So here it is. We can determine dates at a later date, I think, for the community outreach for Highwood, once that draws near. Unless we want to finalize it, but otherwise, I left it vague on if we are attending MLA or not. I am not available that week, unfortunately, when I looked at my schedule more closely, but if we can get 3 people to go, that would, and they go to the same meetings, even if not, I think that's a great place to have some education.
Yeah, and I would like to go,
Mhm.
but having said that, I'm not available until Friday and Saturday. I'm out of town on Thursday. So, but if anybody wants to go, I would like to go. So, and I'm not
that
afraid to go by
schedule-
myself, but if 3 of us could go, that'd be great.
This part,
Yeah, that's the one I had. There is this, and I think you can print it off online so that,
and then there's like more.
yeah, more descriptive, right? But this one gives the actual time. There's that to look at. And then I would encourage that we do try to have at least 3, it's May 7th, correct, for Pathfinder, to attend that afternoon session of education,
when is that?
May 7th.
Thursday, May 7th.
And we don't have to determine that
And
now.
that's the Pathfinder.
That's the Pathfinder.
And that's May,
May 7th, it usually starts at 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
and is that Zoom?
No, that is in person.
Oh.
Corbin.
Mhm. And
Oh,
I
okay.
want to say it's Montana non-for-profit is what Corey Sloan told me would be presenting there. Do you know for sure?
Say it again.
Montana non-for-profit.
Not-for-profit.
Not-for-profit.
Is that,
Where Adam
is that
has to-
Adam?
I don't know if it's Adam himself coming
But-
again.
But it's his organization.
His organization.
Do you know what day of the week that is?
A Thursday.
It's the 13th.
Okay. I would entertain a motion then that we accept these board goals for our year.
I will move to accept the proposed board goals for the 26 year.
Thank you. Is there a second?
I second.
Is there any further discussion? Any public comment? Okay, it's been moved and seconded to accept the proposed goals for our 2026 year. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, that's been approved as well. Alrighty, we're moving into our director evaluation. This is going to be an executive session. And closed, if we could please. I don't think that will be an extremely long amount of time, but we would ask that you leave for a little bit for us to have a discussion with our director. Would you during our executive session. We're moving into new business. We have a trustee opening coming up in July. Kim is approaching the end of her second term. Wild, and we are thankful for all the time you put in to serving, Kim. I think Emily has already let the commissioners know. Can we move forward with a River Press announcement? And then would you have time to ask the commissioners for a closing date for the applications? Other than that, we'll be in search for a trustee for our Fort Benton branch or for this area. All right. Any other discussion about that? All
About the
right,
new
new
trustee.
trustee position, none. Okay, we're moving into public comment. This is items not on the agenda, but under the jurisdiction of the board. Please remember, if you have a public comment, to step up to the microphone, state your full name, and you have 3 minutes to address the board.
Hi, my name is Judy Ursa, and I just want to make a public comment about the video cameras. It's my understanding that it came up with a concern about safety in Fort Benton, which I think is valid. However, here at this branch, that safety concern has never been an issue. It's been mentioned, but it's worth mentioning again that our town has several video cameras on this main street. And then I don't know how the conversation changed to having them inside, especially in this meeting room. I listened in on the Zoom call, but having them in here, I think would be problematic because there's a lot of private meetings that take place here. I know specifically of people that have had custody meetings with their lawyers here. There's people that if they don't happen to have Wi-Fi at their house, they come in and Zoom call for their job. There's a lot of just private calls. And again, I heard about, sometimes in public places you're recorded and, there's nothing you can do about it. But those, like say at the basketball game, I think that was the example I was given. They're not picking up your private conversation. It's the basketball game that's being recorded. So I think that was problematic. Also, it's worth noting that I heard the price of the cameras. It's very expensive. I just think it's unnecessary here. I think if Fort Benton wants to proceed, just, as they need the flooring, as they need heating, if that's what is necessary to make the staff feel safe, by all means. But here, I know that we have a problem with our funding for books. I mean, I would love to have a bigger book budget. If we're gonna spend it on unnecessary cameras, it's just preposterous to me, but thank you.
Thank you, Judy.
Thank you, Judy. Hello, my name is Sherry Capel, and I want to comment on those cameras inside here. I come from a crime-ridden city. I know crime. Y'all don't got crime here. You don't need cameras. When people bring cameras into a business, it tells me one thing. You don't trust your employees. And that creates a hostile work environment. If we have cameras inside this library, I'm a very, very part-time employee here. But I won't work here. If I have to work with cameras, I won't come here to spend time anymore. I'll boycott it. Sorry.
Thank you, Sherry.
Mm-hmm.
Any other further comments, public comments on?
This is a letter from Anne and she wrote it, well, it's been a while, January, but I wanted to give, since she wrote it to the Board of Trustees. We'll have coffee.
Any further public comment on items not on the agenda?
Can I say one thing?
Sure.
Let's see, where did I go? I lost them. We have 82 little surveys from the people that talk about the cameras. And they're right here. We just made one copy, but I'm sorry, 38, not 82. So they're here if anyone wants to look at them. We just made, I just need one copy, and I did it, so if I'm in trouble, I spearheaded it. Not the librarians. Okay?
I'll speak. Anne Quinn. The letter, yes, I sent that letter. Beyond what was said here, and as Judy said, there are meetings here that people should not be recorded, and people don't want to be recorded or seen. And the group that I meet with, they said that they would no longer come and participate in a book club here. And what else is better than a book club in the library? But they said that they would be uncomfortable having cameras focused on them during a book club. Thank you.
Thank you, Anne.
And I just have one comment. If you look out the window on Jet World, the sheriff's office is across the street. No, I didn't. You don't.
And two cameras
pointing
at the library.
Yeah.
Any other public comment? All right. Next meeting will be held on April 22nd, 2026 at noon in Geraldine, Montana. Thank you all for being here today. I would entertain a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I move we adjourn the meeting.
I have a second.
I'll second that.
All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Thank you.
Wait, sorry.